welcome to not another week's reading vlog, but a bank holiday weekend slash 48-hour Raedathon vlog. This weekend I have been peer pressured by my patrons into doing a 48-hour Raedathon, so that's what we're doing, and it started 18 minutes ago. I was in the bath until like right up to midnight because I lost track of time, and then needed to set up some midnight sprints really quickly, was a little bit late, there's been a panic, I've been in a little bit of a kerfuffle, I have floofy hair because I've just got out of the bath, and I'm going to be starting Rameza. I haven't started it yet, but just the introduction to this book is beautiful because the illustration is gorgeous, and then we've got an illustrated contents page there, and then back to the tower illustration again. It's just all really pretty, so I'm really excited to dive into this. It is quite heavily illustrated, so I'm hoping it's going to be quite a quick read, and my plan for this Raedathon hopefully is to finish this before I go to sleep. Because it's a 48-hour version and it was very last minute, I did not have any prep time at all really for this. It's going to be a little bit more low-key than normal, not going to hold myself to as much pressure as I normally do for the 24-hour version. I will be sleeping, but I'm just going to read as much as I can and try and make up for the fact that during April, because I was doing Vita, I wasn't reading as much and I fell behind a little bit, so I need to pull myself back together, get more reading done, and a 48-hour Raedathon to kick off May sounds like a really good way to do that. So that is my plan, and starting with Rameza, which is by Jadeyraereads and was on TBR Pursuit for middle grade with a one-word title. Yeah, and this is a Rapunzel retelling, but also has Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella in there as well. So I'm excited to see how these fairy tales have been retold. I'm excited to dive in, but right now I need to grab myself a drink and settle down properly. But yeah, I thought I had better actually start this vlog since we're already like 20 minutes into the event and I hadn't done that yet, so hello. Hello, it is 3 AM and I have like 20 pages left of Rameza. This has been a really quick read. It's cute, it's fun, I'm enjoying it. It's feeling very 3-star-ish to me. It's about a young girl called Rameza who is Rapunzel. It's, yeah, Rapunzel retelling. Then turns into Cinderella retelling, then turns into Sleeping Beauty retelling, but Rameza is our central character who is in all 3 of those stories, but it is like 3 separate fairy tale retellings, but Rameza's journey continues through each of them after her main story. I was a little bit confused for a little while, like when we went from Rameza into Cinderella, it like, Rameza's story ended and then it started with Cinderella once upon a time, blah 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 blah, and I thought, oh, is it going to be like 3 short stories then? But then Rameza appeared in Cinderella as well, kind of carrying on from where she left off, which is difficult to explain, but yeah, they're linked. But I'm enjoying it, yeah, it's cute, it's fun, it's been a really quick read. But am I gonna finish it before I fall asleep? Absolutely not, because I cannot keep my eyes open any longer. I might see if I can squeeze a few more pages in when I'm actually in bed. Like, you know, sometimes when you get in bed, you suddenly have another little burst of being awake. I'll see if that happens and see if I can finish it off, because I literally have this left. But otherwise, I'm really happy that I was able to get this much read. Considering my goal was to read this before I go to sleep, I'm happy to have got to this point. But yeah, right now my eyes just cannot handle any more. So, with that being said, I'm going to go to bed. But I will check in with you in a few hours when I get up again. But I am going to let myself have a decent night's sleep because I'm really happy with my progress so far. Hello, you're really low. I feel like I need to like lift the camera up a little bit, but you'll do where you are. But hello, it is Saturday. It's now actually nearly 1 PM. I got up at about 10ish, tidied the house a little bit, and then needed to go to the pet shop. And I needed to go and get Maurice some food. But holy fuck, like, traffic. I have not seen so much traffic in such a long time. Like, the roads were absolutely chocker. So a trip that should have taken me like 20 minutes took me like over an hour because I was just stuck in standstill traffic. So I feel like I've wasted a load of time. But I did finish Rameza this morning. I only had like the last 20 or 30 pages left, obviously. But I finished it and I liked it. It didn't have like a nice wrapped up end, so I wonder if there will be more from this. Like, will Rameza visit other fairy tale retellings as well? Could be possible. But I had a good time. It was fast, it was cute, it was sweet. I haven't run it through Core Pile, but it feels kind of 3-star-ish to me. Like, there wasn't a lot of world development. They were short stories, really. Like, it was 3 short stories, but Rameza carried through all of them. Actually, so did Suleiman. But, like, we didn't get to fully connect with any of those characters. But it was good fun. They were good retellings. I enjoyed it. But, yeah, it's feeling very 3-star-ish to me, like a good solid 3-star read. But I'm glad that I read it, and I'm glad that I got through it so quickly as well. So I would say we're off to a decent start with this. I'm pretty happy with that 3-star read. That does mean that I get to move on to my second book. I am currently waiting to start sprints with Steph. We'll be doing that like any minute now. I'm really hungry, so I might make some lunch as well. But my second book is gonna be Dead Voices by Catherine Arden. This is the sequel to Small Spaces, and if you've watched TBR Pursuit, then you will know exactly why this is on here. I won't spoil it, but it came up on TBR Pursuit and you should go and watch it to find out how/why if you haven't. Because I didn't ideally want to be reading this just yet. But yeah, sequel to Small Spaces about Ollie, Coco and Brian, who are these kids that went on a school trip to a farm originally to end up surrounded by these creepy smiling scarecrows, and in this one it's a bit more wintry and they've gone to a ski resort and there are like eerie voices around. So another readathon with creepy books in it that I didn't necessarily want to read at this point in the year, but we're gonna go for it. So this is my next pick, and Steph's now hopped up in sprints, so I'm gonna go and start reading, I guess. Hello, so it turns out I lied to you. I said I was going to read Dead Voices. Obviously, that's the last clip you saw. I then was on sprints with Steph, still am on sprints with Steph. We've just done an hour sprint so that she can watch the F1. But instead of reading Dead Voices, I decided to read California Comet, which is funny because if you've watched TBR Pursuit, you'll know why. But I'm about halfway through this now. I am up to chapter 16, page 135, so I'm hoping to finish this afternoon, still in sprints, and then I'm going to read Dead Voices this evening with the, like, spooky vibes of nighttime. That's the plan. But yeah, California Comet is the sequel to Highland Falcon Thief. I really enjoyed that first one, and I've got the audiobook for this. So I'm listening to the audio and reading along, which is nice and relaxing, and to be honest, I had a really chaotic morning, and when we went on the sprints, I kind of explained that I had a chaotic morning, so wanted something a little easier. So that's why we went with this, because I could audiobook it as well and kind of just sort myself out. But I'm enjoying it so far. As I said, about halfway, all of the drama is kicked off. There has been a kidnap on the California Comet, and Hal's trying to work it out. I will say I'm not a massive fan of the American accents in the audiobook, but otherwise I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going, and I have my suspicion. I don't know if I'll be right. When it was on Highland Falcon, I had my suspicion and I was sort of right, but I got the accomplice but not the mastermind. I have a suspicion, but we'll see if I'm anywhere near right. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to carry on listening to this, and I will update you probably when I've finished it, to be honest, now. Hello, it is me again. I have finished Kidnap on the California Comet by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. I did it, and I really enjoyed it. It was really enjoyable. My predictions were incorrect, but sort of correct. Like, I was on the right level. I had just got the person wrong, and the method I had sort of got, but also sort of got wrong. Like, I was definitely on the right level with it, I just hadn't pinpointed it. And there was a certain thing that was happening that I totally knew what was going on with, but not in a, oh, this is predictable way, in a like, oh, I'm so clever sort of way, despite the fact that it's literally a middle grade mystery, like, shouldn't be that hard to work out. But I had a really fun time with it, I really enjoyed it, and the third book is also available on BookBee on audio, so I'm thinking I might try and read the third one tomorrow, because it was really enjoyable, I had a really good time, so I kind of want to do that. But yeah, I haven't put it through Core but I'm thinking probably 4 stars. Very similar rating to Highland Falcon Thief. I enjoyed it a whole heck of a lot. Would I recommend? Absolutely. Despite not being my usual like fantasy cup of tea, the adventure is great, the mystery's great, I had a really good time, I think the pacing is fantastic, and the audiobook narrator is great. I wasn't too keen on the American accents, but otherwise I think the narrator is great. So yeah, 4 stars I'm gonna say for this one, and book 2 complete. I have had dinner and just kind of lazed about for a little bit, had some ice cream as well, and the Read Rate Review live show is actually happening in 10 minutes, so although I'm in the middle of a 48-hour readathon, I'm gonna hop into that live show and take some time out to do that, but afterwards, I will be diving into Dead Voices, and this is my next priority read, and we'll see how far I can get into this tonight. I would have liked to have finished this tonight, but with having the Read Rate Review, I don't think that's going to happen, because it will leave me with like 2 hours-ish to read this, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that done, so we'll see how much I do get done. But yeah, and then I'm doing midnight Patreon sprints again, so yeah, I'll just carry it over into those if I must. So that is the plan. But yeah, right now I'm gonna hop into the Read Rate Review live, and I will chat to you afterwards. Hello, it is 2:50 AM on Sunday morning, and I started Dead Voices at midnight doing sprints on Patreon and have finished it. So book 3 for this spontaneous 48-hour readathon is complete. This one was really spooky. I don't think I updated you at all because it literally took me less than 3 hours to read it. But this one was really chilling. Pun not intended, it's at a ski slope, like ski resort. So Coco, Ollie, Brian, Coco's mum and Ollie's dad go on a like little ski retreat thing to this ski cabin that's not been open to the public yet, and there are dead voices and this creepy little girl with like eyes frozen open and like frostbite everywhere, and she's really creepy and she's desperately searching for her bones, and there are other ghosts and this creepy like nanny type figure, and it was just really creepy. Like, I was a little bit scared. I was like not hanging my legs over the edge of my chair because I was like, I don't want to be snatched by anything, and I had to shut the blinds and go in the bedroom and like shut all the curtains and stuff because I don't want to look into the reflection of the window into the outside darkness because I'm scared. So atmosphere, top notch. This really creeped me out. So top points for that. It really was creepy. Overall, I'm thinking like 4 star. Haven't put it through Core Pile. Haven't put anything I've read today through Core Pile yet. But I'm thinking 4 stars. I definitely think this one was better than Small Spaces, just because that atmosphere, like, raised it up a level. I was really creeped out. I wasn't creeped out by Small Spaces so much. I don't know if it's the difference between the thing in Small Spaces being creepy scarecrows and the thing in this being human. I don't know if that difference is like what scares me a little bit more, perhaps. But yeah, the atmosphere in here was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it. Catherine Arden is a fantastic writer. Her writing style is incredible. the way she can weave an atmosphere and tell a story is marvellous. But yeah, 4 stars. Not like a new favourite. I don't really like spooky stories all that much. I don't like horror, but you have to give it credit, and it would have been great to read in spooky season, but you know, I had to read it now because TBR Pursuit. Thanks for that, Gavin. I did really enjoy it a lot. And would I recommend it? If you want spooky season reads, Small Spaces and this both absolutely work for that. Would have been good spooky season reads for myself, but here we are. But yeah, I was creeped out. It was chilling, and I recommend. But yeah, that does bring me to an end tonight. Anyway, we've got 58 seconds of a sprint left, and then we're going to end these sprints and go to bed. So we will start tomorrow with something else, but for so far, Remeza, Kidnap on the California Comet, and Dead Voices complete. So far, so good this weekend. I am having a good time. Hello, it is day 2. I last spoke to you at like 3 AM-ish when I finished Dead Voices. It's now 2 on Sunday. I've had a pretty lazy morning. I didn't get out of... Oh, hello. I didn't get out of bed until like 11. I was really lazy this morning. However, it is now, as I say, 2, and I am about halfway through Murder on the Safari Star. I couldn't help myself. I needed to pick this up. I know it's not on TBR Pursuit, but for my 48-hour Raedathon, I am kind of sticking with a middle grade theme, so I've already read these 3 middle grades, so I'm gonna stick with the middle grade theme, going with this. Obviously, I'm now, as I say, about halfway. I am 120 pages in, and I love it. I really love this series. It's so easy to consume, easy to read, but fun and mysterious. Like, it engages you in the story because you're trying to work it out along with it, and like, it's like chilled, but also a little bit dramatic, and it's just a really nice reading experience. I'm having a fantastic time. So, yeah, another adventure on a train. This time they're in South Africa. They're on the Safari Star, and there's a safari and a murder. Murder on the Safari Star. That's what happens in this one. I'm really enjoying this. I can't wait to read more from this series, and I haven't even finished this one. They're just so easy and fun to read, so I'm having a really great time. Yeah, it doesn't have like any sort of information on when the next one comes out, but I'm so excited to continue with the series whenever that happens, because it's just good fun. And the illustrations as well, like, it really adds to the atmosphere to see these illustrations throughout it of what Hal is seeing and doing. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. It's just such an enjoyable reading experience, and I'm having such a good time. Look at that! And I'm loving these. I think there's been one of these in each one, which is like an illustration of each of the passengers on the train with like labelling them and stuff, which is like the all possible suspects for whatever's happening on said train. So we've had thief, we've had kidnap, we've got murder. I'm just having a really good time, and I'm looking forward to carrying on, but I thought I had better update you because I hadn't actually told you that I'd picked this up, and I'm now about halfway through it, so I had better do that. But yeah, also done a bit of a shop this morning, done a little bit of housework, need to do some laundry pretty desperately, but yeah, I just want to carry on reading. So there's your update, that's how it's going. I will chat to you again when I have a little more to say. Hello, I finished a book. It is just gone 5 o'clock, and I've finished Murder on the Safari Star, and exactly what I said to you before. Really enjoyable, really liked it. I will admit on this one, I did not predict any of it. I didn't know who it was, I didn't know how it happened. I was clueless, but I had a fantastic time watching Hal work it out. It was great. Another 4-star read, very enjoyable. I can't wait to read more from this series. I'm really looking forward to whatever the next one is. I'm sure they've probably released some sort of information on it. I don't know if the title for it exists somewhere or something, I don't know. But I'm really excited to continue this series whenever I can, because this was great. 4 stars. Which means my little stack of reading for this readathon is looking pretty good. I'm happy with that, and obviously 2 books off TBR Pursuit done, 2 extras that I really wanted to read, and now this will probably be my last read of the Raedathon, so I'm gonna pick one more middle grade, because I'm doing a middle grade theme for the 48-hour random Raedathon. And I think people are probably going to be quite happy with the choice that I've made here, because I've decided that I'm going to round out my Raedathon with Pages & Co. I say round it out because I'm probably not going to finish this and then have time to read something else, because it's a chunkier one. I think it's definitely the chunkiest one I've picked so far, but everyone loves this. So many people have said I really need to read it, so I'm gonna crack on with this. It's about a girl called Tilly who lives in a bookshop, and I believe she can wander through the pages of a book. So I'm gonna get reading. I will report back on my thoughts. It's just started raining. Perfect. But there's my current update. I'm really excited to dive in, so let's get cracking. Hello, it is much later. I say much later, it's not that much later. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I'm about to go live on sprints, so that's exciting. However, progress made is quite astonishing. I'm about halfway through this. I'm on page 206 here. I feel bad saying this. I don't have very strong opinions on this so far. Like, it's okay. It's not like gripped me, and I'm not loving it, but I'm not disliking it. It's just okay. But I feel bad saying, like, not a lot's happened. Stuff's happened, but, like, there isn't a great plot. It's just Tilly learning that she can book wander and learning what book wandering is. I mean, I still do have half the book left, so I don't know. Yeah, the blurb says, can her new power solve the mystery of what happened to her mother all those years ago? So I'm wondering if the second half of this turns into more of a, like, Tilly trying to solve a mystery, but so far it's just been her finding out what book wandering is, so I feel like not a lot has happened. Not loving it, but not disliking it. It's okay. I'm gonna continue, and then I'll give you my full thoughts at the end, I suppose, but that's how it's going. Hi, it's 11 o'clock and I've just finished Pages & Co. by Anna James. I have like 1 minute left of the sprint I'm currently on, so I'm gonna make this quick. But I've run it through Corepile. I've actually just run everything through Corepile to validate my ratings, and they've been pretty accurate, so that's fine. But I needed to run this through Corepile because I really was not sure if it was gonna be a 2 or a 3 star. I feel like I have such an unpopular opinion with this one, but it's come out at a 2-star read, and I am sorry. But it's come out at a 2-star. It's a very high 2-star, like if one of my Corepile marks was 1 rating higher, it would be a 3. If anyone doesn't know what Corepile is, it is a rating system created by G at Book Roast, CAWPILE. If you look that up on YouTube, you'll find G's video where she explains it all properly, but it's a rating system where you, like, break down your rating. So I broke down my rating. It's come out at a very high 2-star, and I feel like I have an incredibly unpopular opinion with that. But I'll give you some more in-depth thoughts shortly, because the timer has just gone off. Right, I'm back. We're sprinting again. I can talk to you properly about Pages & Co. Yeah, I've run it through Corepile, and it's disappointingly a 2-star read. I gave it a 6 for characters, I gave it a 6 for atmosphere, and I gave it a 6 for writing, so very kind of average. I mean, it was cute, but it wasn't amazing and it didn't grab me. I don't feel like I knew very much about Tilly at all. She liked books. That's all we know about her. Oscar was, you know, okay. The characters were alright. So I gave it a 6 for that. Atmosphere, again, was alright. I like the atmosphere of the bookstore. It was cute. I feel like the underlibrary could have been a much more atmospheric place, and it wasn't. And hopping into the atmosphere of other books kind of relies heavily on the fact that you will have read them. I just didn't think it was that strong, but I do like the cute, cozy bookstore vibes, so 6. Writing, 6, again. It was okay, it was decent. I liked the formatting of it quite a lot, but nothing standout-ish to me. And then we go into plot, intrigue, and logic, which is 3, 4, 3. I feel like for a decent portion of this, not a lot happened. Like, it was, we learn that Tilly's a book wanderer and she needs to learn about book wandering, and then we're like 250 pages in, and what's the point? Then there is something that happens that makes there a point, which takes us into logic, which is also a 3. I mean, in the world, is it logical? Even then, I think in the world it's a bit convenient, and some character reactions are a bit convenient and not necessarily logical. Intrigue, I gave a 4. I had a little bit more intrigue, but not really much. And enjoyment overall is sadly a 3. I didn't have a good time with this one, and I'm really sad about it because so many people absolutely love this series and I am gutted to not be one of them. I'm really upset about that. I do have the sequel. Will I read it? Probably. I will probably read the sequel at some point. Maybe it gets better. On the sprints, people did agree that the plot of this one is perhaps a little slow. Hopefully the sequel will pick up. We will see when I get to it, but I'm really gutted to have not absolutely adored this. I think it's a real shame. So, there's that. And that does bring Raedathon to an end. I'm not going to end this vlog here because I'm going to make this a bank holiday weekend vlog, so we still have tomorrow as well. But Raedathon is ending here, so my middle grade themed 48-hour Raedathon is over. We'll read something else tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, so for this random 48-hour Raedathon, I read a total of 1,361 pages across these 5 books. Can I hold them? These 5 books. I'm really pleased to have done this. A couple of these from TBR Pursuit as well, so got a little dent into that. But 5 books in the first 2 days of the month. I am having a great time with that, so thank you very much. And after Vida, I feel pretty happy to be back on reading. It's been really great to just be able to read and not edit and upload. So this Raedathon's been pretty successful. Rating wise, we had a 3, 4, 4, 4, 2. No 5 stars. But I'm absolutely loving the Adventures on Trains series, so that's great. Dead Voices was super atmospheric, and Rameza was really cute. So I'm still happy with what I've managed to accomplish in these couple of days, and 1,361 pages is great. So that's my little Raedathon stack. Now, for the rest of this bank holiday, I really need to read Wind Witch, because the live show for this is on Saturday the 8th at 9 PM on Becca's channel, and I am currently 43 pages in. So my aim for tomorrow, Monday, bank holiday Monday here in the UK, no work, is to get through as much of this as I can. So yeah, that's where we'll leave it for tonight, but I will see you again tomorrow, and we'll see if I manage to do that. Hello, welcome to Monday. Jake's pinched my tripod off the bottom of my camera, and it's really weird to hold this without my little tripod thing, but he's pinched it for streaming, so go with this. It's Monday, it's Bank Holiday Monday, and I said I was going to continue this vlog into today, and it's now 9:10 on Monday night, and I haven't vlogged anything. Is anybody surprised? But what have I done today? I got up at about 11ish, had a really lazy morning, did some housework, and then went to visit my mother. That's about it. My plan is to get to about page 200 of this. However, it's now 9:10 and I'm on page 68. Will it happen? Almost definitely not. But we can pray, we can try, we can hope. That's the plan. I've got my book. Obviously I'm reading this for the Witchlands along, which I am hosting. Book 2 in Witchlands needs to be read by Saturday, so should still be okay time-wise, but it would be nice to get a bigger dent through this evening. But yeah, got my book, got my chocolate buttons, got my Dr. Pepper. Let's read. So, it turns out, although I extended this vlog to an extra day, I didn't necessarily have too much more to tell you. I am about to go to bed, so need to wrap up this vlog. I did not read as much as I wanted to. I wanted to get to around the page 200 mark. I got up to page 132. So I definitely made some progress, just not quite as much as I would have liked. But the tabbing has commenced, and I'm really enjoying reading it. I just didn't get as much read as I would have liked, so I'm looking forward to continuing this next week, ready for the live show on Saturday. Yeah, well, thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you have enjoyed. It was a very successful weekend in terms of 48-hour Raedathoning with reading 5... Did I read 5 books? 5 books. Took me way too long to work that out. Yeah, reading 5 books over the weekend and then making some progress in Windwitch. I'm pretty happy with how these days have gone. Today has been much more chilled and relaxed. But yeah, overall, pretty chuffed with how this has gone. So thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Chat to me down below. Emoji of the video, I'm thinking something yellow in honour of the yellow I've got going on here. Any sort of yellow emoji down below if you just want to let me know you were here without necessarily leaving a long comment. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!